Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day. Today's video is actually inspired by the new season that's coming up, which is the back to school season. I know a lot of people are very anxious and a bit nervous about starting somewhere new like A-levels or uni, so I thought I'd do this quick video to give you guys some tips and pointers about starting somewhere new, I guess. So I actually got a lot of tips, so let's just get started. So the first tip I've got is don't be afraid to ask for help. I know that starting somewhere new, you're a bit like scared of asking people for help because obviously everyone seems daunting to you and it seems a bit scary, but honestly everyone there is on your side to help you fit in, make you home, and just to feel like you're in a place where you're wanted. So definitely ask for help. I know that when I went to A-levels and when I started uni, I asked a lot of people for help, like directions or where to go or advice on like revision techniques, exam techniques, all these kind of things. They really do help you. It makes you feel a bit more like secure and a bit like, you know, more confident about where you're going. I know that it helped me, so I thought just give like a little pointer to you guys to ask people for help. Whatever it is, I'm sure they'll be happy to help you. Second tip would be a bit to be confident. Now, I know starting in a new place you feel a bit like worried and a bit anxious, especially when you've been somewhere for a good few years. Like A-levels, you've been in one place for 2 years, so you know your way around. Where you're going to uni, like you don't know your way around that much, obviously because you're brand new there. So I think just to be a bit more confident, to be a bit more stronger and more independent, like especially when you're in lectures and people ask you for your opinions and your answers, don't be afraid to put your hand up and say I know the answer, and you give your answer. It will just boost your confidence, boost your morality to say that okay, I am this kind of person, I am confident, I am strong, I'm independent, and I know that my answer is going to be correct in some way, and if it isn't, you are helping somebody understand that okay, this is not the right way to approach the answer to the question. Pretty much there will be one person at least in the lecture theatre or the A-level room that you're studying the course in, that there will be someone who doesn't understand the question either and is too afraid to ask themselves the question to the teacher because they'll be fearing what people think. I think a good idea would be just to carry on asking questions as many times as you want, because at the end of the day you are there to learn, and if you don't learn anything then what's the point? Like, you go in there, so just make the most of it. I would say the other one is to believe that you can do it. It's a bit cheesy actually, but you've got to believe that you're starting at a good point in your time and you will be able to progress to the level that you want. A lot of people, like I started, when I started my A-levels I wasn't really that confident in, you know, completing my A-levels and doing the exams and everything, but you got to just push through it. No matter what comes your way, no matter if it's a bad grade or a bad test or an exam and you don't get the result that you want, you carry on pushing through it. You've got to be confident. You've got to make sure that you think that you can do it, and this relates back to a previous video which is about law of attraction and positive thoughts, so be sure to go check out that video after this video. It will help you guys a lot. Another one would be to make sure that you're prepared for any difficulties you may encounter, whether it's your first day at uni and you don't really know your way around the uni. I would highly advise that you go check out where your lectures are, where your rooms are, or if you're starting A-levels, to make sure that you know where every single room is, because it's just like what's it called? It's a good rhythm to get into. It shows that you're intuitive, you're using initiative to go around finding your way there. It shows that you're capable of making your own decisions and all that kind of stuff. Even the little things of just turning up to a lecture or a lesson on time, it shows that you're dedicated to learning, because you know the last thing you want is to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, like to turn up to a lecture theatre or turn up to an A-level lesson and it's not even your lesson and not the lecture to go to, and you're missing your lecture on the other side of campus, or you know you're messing everything up. So just make sure that you're prepared for any encounters. Maybe a teacher's not in, so you may have to just revise over some stuff, make sure you got everything handy, make sure you remember everything really well. Another one would be to make new friends. Now, make sure you make friends. It will really help you, because obviously when you get to like stressful times like exams and all that kind of stuff, you feel a bit down and you need someone to talk to. Make sure you have at least a good few friends to go and talk to explain your problems. There's always other people on campus that you can go and talk to, especially in schools as well when you do A-levels, because I know obviously some A-levels are a part of schools, so there's always some like pastoral people you can go talk to, so there's always someone there that you can talk to if you don't have anyone to talk to. But yeah, just go out and just live your life with your new friends, because it only gets better from there, because some people say that friends you make in uni are like your friends you make for life. So yeah, I mean, just go ahead, make your friendship group big, strong. Another one that I've actually heard a lot is that there's a massive jump from A level to uni, and I've actually seen that as well. Being a first year student, I've seen the big jump you get from A levels to uni, especially the workload wise, because at A levels you've got 3 subjects or 4 subjects and you've got to do a massive amount of work for every single subject, whereas if you're doing at uni you get like a joint honours degree, or you do like a 1 degree, which is what I'm doing, but there's like less work involved. It's more independent work, so you have to go out your own way and complete knowledge and research on topics that are of interest of you. So it's like you got different modules, but they're not massively overwhelming as they would have been in A levels, because you've got 3 completely different subjects, and in uni you've got 1 module, but you've got 1 course, sorry, but you've got different modules, but they're all tied in, so they're all linked in one way or another. So it kind of helps you to, you know, keep everything in link and to know everything what you're doing. That was a massive jump for me, when I didn't know how much work I'm actually meant to be putting in my first year. But luckily I did enough, because I ended up securing a first in my first year, so I must have done something right. But it took me a while to figure out how much work was needed, so it would take you a bit of time, but I think once you get into like a rhythm, you just have to keep staying on top of your notes, make sure you don't fall behind, especially when you come to assignments and exams and all that. Another one would be, for me, what I realised, because I did economics at A levels and I'm doing economics at uni as well, so for me the course content isn't that different than A level. They're pretty much just saying, they just recap over the similar stuff that you would have covered in A levels, and yeah, it just there wasn't really that much of a jump for me, especially because it was first year, so they just recap everything that you've done in A levels. But I think second year would be obviously more harder, more newer content for you to cover. I would say that obviously everyone knows that A levels are massively harder than uni. If you haven't been told that, uni is just first year especially is like a walk in the park if you do the work at the right time, otherwise you're a bit like, but yeah, I think everyone who's done A levels at this point know that A levels are like the worst thing. Like, A levels are really hard, I know, completely understand your pain, like A levels were dreadful, but I think it pushes you to be a bit more organised. I think A levels are there to teach you how to be organised as well. But yeah, A levels are 100% harder than uni. That doesn't mean that you don't keep pushing effort and you don't keep putting loads of time and dedication into uni courses as well, because they still do matter a lot, obviously, because they're the final thing that you would end up doing apart from master's degrees. I would say that uni for me was much easier to cope with, again because of the fact that you don't have that much work to do. They're not pushing you to do a lot of work, you do it if you want to do the work. They won't, teachers don't come around and tell you, have you done the work, have you followed up on the classwork that we did last week. They won't come up and ask you that, so it's again your own initiative to go ahead and do the work. But obviously it's for your own benefit, so I assume if you want to do well, you would go ahead out of hours to research different things, to read upon different articles, to revise with the content that you've done, to take practice tests, because it only benefits you and it will only help you when you come at the end of the year and you have to do a massive assignment or an exam, that you will be able to do well. Like, they only benefit you, but teachers are always there to make sure that you're on track. You can always talk to them if you have any struggle with topics or matters that, you know, are a little bit harder to understand. They're always there to help you out. So, I mean, that's a benefit as well. I think every teacher would end up doing that, especially at A levels and uni. Like I said, number 10 would be, you have more free time in uni. Like, it's not a 9 to 3 as school would be, or sixth form. It's like you have couple of hours a day, you probably do lectures and seminars, but most of the time you'd be at home when you're in your uni room or whatever. You're just staying there and you're just like chilling, you're doing work, but you're mainly at home. You're not really at uni that often, unless you have some days we have one lecture after another. Like, I had that. I had 9 to 3 one day and I was like, no, it's dreadful. It's like 5 or 6 lectures in the day. It was too much. But some days you literally only have one, and some days you literally don't have any lectures. You literally have a free day. That's what we used to call them, all free days, and everyone just goes shopping and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, it's not like a normal 9 to 5, though, or 9 to 3. You do get a lot more time than A-levels. But yeah, I mean, you just got to use that time wisely as well. You can obviously go out, have some fun, also use that time as a little help to make sure you do well in your exams and all that kind of stuff, to keep sure, or like keep up to date on all the content that the lectures give you. I would say you would want to go and see your lecturers most often sometimes, because they will give you tips and tricks on how to secure little exams and assignments, all that kind of stuff. Especially go for A-level as well. Teachers would end up being very supportive of you. So if you have a topic that you don't understand, you can go to them on office hours. This goes for both A-levels and uni. You can go and talk to them about everything. If there's any problem with the topics that you cover, or if there's just you just want to go chat to them for a bit, they're always available for you through the office hours. Yeah, use them 100%, because if you're paying £9,000 a year for tuition fees, you want to make sure that you utilize every single lecture you have, because you know you want to be able to spend that money wisely instead of just it just going towards your uni. So be sure to use your lecturers for advice and knowledge and extra help on topics that you may, you know, be struggling with. Another one would be to try everything. So like especially freshers. When I went to uni, I went to loads of freshers events. There's loads. I think that would be the best time for you to just enjoy uni life, because you got nothing to worry about. Like freshers would last probably about 2 weeks, and in those 2 weeks you go clubbing literally every single night, you go partying, you go to all the pubs, you have movie nights, you go to theme parks. Like you just get to know everybody that's going to be in the same boat as you in some way or another. Some people would obviously know other people from the uni, like the cousins probably go there, your friends go there, and they already know their way around everywhere. To get to know the place inside out, where everything is, it's just amazing. Because freshers, it gives you that little insight of saying, okay, look, I'm a uni student now, I've got these many responsibilities, but you know what, that's okay for now. I'm going to enjoy these 2 weeks, go to every single freshers event there is. You will not like regret it at all for going to every single one. You will enjoy it so much. My only regret is I didn't go to all of them. I wish I went to all of them. So I mean, if freshers happens this year, I will go to all of them. But yeah, let's just see how everything goes. But make sure you make the most of your first year. I cannot stress to you enough, like first year is like the year where you're trying to find yourself, because obviously in the past few years you've found your rhythm with everything, and uni is just a whole new level which you're going to find take some time to get used to and all that kind of stuff. So I think just take it slow, but make sure that you're understanding what is expected of you at that level. Yeah, it's just, you know, you have to be a bit more mature, be more confident, independent, also not too confident that you're overconfident. There's a fine line between being confident and overconfident. So but yeah, freshers, I think you'd have to go to every single one. I don't regret ever going to any one of these freshers events. So if your uni does do a freshers event, go to every single one. I kid you not, you will love freshers so much. I loved freshers. I would do freshers all over again if I could, but I can't right now. So if you guys have the chance, be sure to go to freshers events. You will love them so much. You meet so many different people, and some people I met on freshers, they're actually my good friends now. I see them around campus all the time and we're just good friends. I actually met a couple of my best friends from there, so that was great. Yeah, and also if your uni does do I don't know if it's on Facebook, you get like uni chats. So you just join in the chat and you can find out who's in your flat, what courses everyone's studying, what freshers events everyone's going to. So you just get like a massive gathering of people which you may have, who you may actually have an idea of who they are because of these social media. So just join every social media you can of them, comment, just find out people, get to know who they are, and all that kind of stuff. That'll be very beneficial. So it just shows that when you go there, you're not the only one, because you may think that when you go there you're the only one with, you know, struggling and all that kind of stuff. You could be homesick and there could be someone else who's homesick, or you know, you could be from, I don't know, you could be from abroad and you don't really know anyone and you just want to try and make sure you find someone. It could be them. You just make friends with everybody. I think that's the best thing you can do, is just to make a lot of friends and to, yeah, just enjoy freshers. I can't stress that much. I can't stress that enough. Just enjoy freshers. I think the last one would be to work hard. I know that everyone who's done BTECs or A-levels have always worked hard for the past few years, but I think uni think first year would be just to slightly cool down, because there's no point you rushing into uni and wanting to do really well and you working hard day and night and you overworking and then you stressing out and everything. I think uni is there to prepare you for the working world and to prepare you for what's coming next. If you're going to uni for the first time, you would be worried because you don't know how to do everything by yourself. You could be moving away from home from first time. You don't really know what to do. It can be a bit worrying. It can be a bit overwhelming because you don't really know how to behave or how to do things. And it's okay. I mean, I was in that situation too where I didn't really know that much stuff to do, but like I had like a general idea, and I think as you go there you understand, you pick up tips and you pick up tricks on how to do things more efficiently and how to work properly. It took me a while to figure out exactly how to manage my time and to work hard and maintain still a social life. You still need a social life. It took me a few months actually. It took me quite a while to balance work with social life because you have more free time and all that kind of stuff. So it took me a while, but you still have to work hard at everything you do. You put in as much effort as you can in your first year, and whatever comes, it will whatever happens will happen for a reason. If you do well in your first year, well done. If you don't do well, it's still okay. Like, it's not the end of the world. People say that first year like doesn't matter, and some people say it does. I mean, for me, I wanted it to be really good because I wanted to go for a placement year. But whether you're doing a placement or not, like, you work as hard as you can. I can't stress that enough, because people think that when you go to uni you've got to stay on top of everything and you've got to do work extra hard and not have a social life. I mean, you're still a student at the end of the day. You've got to enjoy life at uni. You've got to not stress about everything, but you've also got to make sure that you're not too laid back, that you don't work enough to secure what you want, because you're going to uni for a reason. You might as well make the most of it. So I think you just got to make sure that you work hard, but you also have a life. But yeah, I think I watched these kind of videos when I went to uni. I used to watch so many moving videos and people's day in the life at uni and all these kind of things to see what uni life was like, and that really helped me. So I thought if I do this kind of video for you guys, it might help some people, it might not help everyone, but if there's one person that this video helped, I feel like I would have done my job, because I know I watched these kind of videos and they really helped me. So I thought maybe it might help you. If you guys like this video, please comment down below how you feel about going to uni, if you guys are going to uni, or if you guys are starting A-levels and you guys are anxious and you want some opinions or advice on what you could do. Feel free to drop them down below. I'll respond to you guys as soon as I can. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. Stay safe, guys.